Welcome back. What do you bring to the table? Now, in our community nowadays, that particular question is taken as being offensive to some people. But now, if you look at the origin of that particular phrase, you'll understand that this is a negotiation. And so, in asking what a person brings to the table, you're trying to see if what that person has to offer, right? If it fits into what it is that you need. Think about it. When you're on a job interview, when you come in and submit your resume to the individual that's interviewing you, or if you submitted it beforehand, the reason why you submit a resume is because that particular company is interested in whether or not the skills that you have and the experience that you possess bring something to the table that they will need. And so if that's the case with business, if that's the case with employment, then why is this particular question so offensive when it comes to relationships? Because you see, if there's a particular set of skills that you need to be successful in your employment, shouldn't there be a particular set of skills that you would have to be successful in any relationship that you enter into, but especially in one that could potentially result in marriage? So the next 60 seconds are very important because this particular sister, she is voicing from a feminine perspective what it is that means to her. So let's get into the video and find out what's going on.
So I hear a lot of men asking, well, what do you bring to the table? And women are now so attractive and, making money and all these things. So we feel like, well, that automatically makes me a good catch. Look at me, I'm attractive and I make some money. Do you understand that even if you have a good paying job, a man will walk past your 6-figure making self and as attractive as you are and go to the muggly girl at Burger King because she knew how to be his piece and how to give him what he really was looking for? It doesn't matter what you make. Men don't care. When men ask you, what do you bring to the table? They're simply asking, do you know how to be my piece? Will you listen to me? Will you encourage me? Will you help me to pursue my dreams and to be a better man and a human being? Are you compassionate? Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you nurturing? Will you pray with me? Will you pray for me? I'm out here fighting the world. I don't want to come home and fight with you too. If I'm going to fight, I hope that you'll fight with me and fight for me. Are you going to be everything that I need? Because at the end of the day, what I'm really looking for is peace and stability. They will walk past every.
So now, that was just a portion of that segment that sister voiced her opinion. But now let me paint a picture for you, okay? If I can. The men in your life on a daily basis encounter difficulty. And we can illustrate it this way. It's like stepping into the ring, a boxing ring. You have your corner, your opponent has their corner. And every day you step into that boxing ring and you fight with everything that you have in order to secure resources for your home, secure resources for bills that have to be paid, for things that are mandatory. And what you would prefer, if you are a boxing fan or not, I'm sure you can understand where we're going, but what you would prefer, especially if the day has been extremely rough and you've had to fight, you've had to use several techniques to last throughout the day, when you go back to your corner, wouldn't you expect that the individuals in your corner would be there to pat you up, to wipe the blood off of your face, to give you some water, to give you a pep talk if you need? That is the situation that is being described here. I appreciate the fact that at the end, she mentioned that we have to fight the world, and that's true. Especially in our community, we have to fight the world in order to get the things that we need. Because you must understand that even though some individuals don't agree, some say it doesn't exist, there is a particular difficulty that presents itself when you share my particular reflection. Let's just be honest about it. Even though we might not engage in prejudice ourselves, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And so that just compounds the problem. So when we have given everything that we could possibly give during the day, why can't we take our boxing gloves off and rest? Why should we have to fight with our significant other about the goings on in the household? You understand that if we are fighting the world, then there has to be a place where we can go and recharge and regain our energy and gather ourselves so that the very next day we can go out and do the same thing over again. But let me make this distinction. For our sisters out there, for our women who believe in femininity and believe in being a supportive and a cooperative wife to their husband, I want you to know that we appreciate you all. Because not only are we able to gather our stuff and regain our stamina, because of the fact that we have support, because we have someone in our corner, then that encourages us to fight all the more so. We won't give up. We won't be bested, because there are individuals at home that need the things that we supply. And we're going to provide those things because we appreciate that they are our peace. They're cooperative. They work along with us. They believe in us. They inspire us to do better. They're inspirational. That's what she's describing. Didn't I tell you that the next 60 seconds was going to be life-changing? If this was the attitude that was presented by most individuals, most women that you meet, modern women, then the divorce rate would not be 51%. The rate of divorce in our particular community that's initiated by women would not be 80%. It wouldn't be. Because we would be resolved to support each other. We would be resolved to remain strong and dependent on each other. And that particular strength is not easily broken. So I appreciated the thoughts from this particular sister. I think that if we all had the same attitude, if we were more concerned with caring for each other than just about our own selfish needs, then I think that the community as a whole would prosper. Not only because of our combined resources, but because of the fact that we would be interested in taking care of each other. That have been my thoughts on this particular video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me mention one more thing too that I would like to be known. Upon checking the analytics, I have learned that many of my subscribers have unsubscribed because of the fact that the content has changed up. Let me make something clear. As I become older, I see it necessary to highlight positive masculinity. I see it necessary to highlight what men are doing in order to produce better families and better communities. That is now my focus. Now, at one point it was barbering. At one point it was meticulous grooming. At one point that was the case. But in everything, as you mature, you see the need to change directions sometimes. And that is the case with this particular channel. So I will say this, and if you take it as disrespect, then so be it. If the direction that this channel is going in does not suit you, I would say please unsubscribe. But if it is something that you enjoy, recommend it to others. As I mentioned, like, comment, and subscribe, because we are going to take on these issues head on. Because if no one else is going to talk about it, I most definitely am. And that's not going to change anytime soon. So either you're with me or you're not. Either way, we're going to stay the course. So we appreciate you viewing. Thank you for your support. Be easy.